Hi everybody, sorry I'm a little bit late, and I'm also going to apologize in advance. It's my camera, my iPad is liable to go crooked all of a sudden. Is there something wrong with my holder, and it doesn't want to stay upright, so I will do my best. Let's see, let me just get you in here on my laptop so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so new host code RSJVAUQ3, good through August 5th. As I said again, I'm sorry that I'm late. I was having a little bit of issue with the thing that's holding my iPad, so chances are it's going to just flop over all of a sudden. Hi, Angela. Wow, 3 weeks in a row, Angela. I'm impressed. Okay, so let me set that aside, put that up there out of the way, and show you the card. So we're doing a W fold, which really that's a W fold. It's more like an M fold, but this one I used, Garden Meadow. So for all of these are all from that. This is obviously a postage stamp die, but I'm going to use for the card that I'm going to make here. Hi, Sherry. Yes, we are both lucky, Angela. I'm going to use Cute as Cows, and I'm going to use the Lily Pod Lane paper. Sorry, it's all the pieces in the middle there. Plus, I'm going to use Balmy Blue, Granny Apple Green, Angela's favorite, and Pretty Peacock. Just a little bit of Granny Apple Green, Angela. Okay, I've already pre-cut a lot of things because there's a lot involved with this, but let's get started. So the first thing you need is an 11 by 1 1/4, or I'm sorry, by 4 1/4. Let me move the light away and see if I can get that glare off of there. Turn it down to yellow a little bit. Well, just turn it off. There we go. That's better. Okay, so it's an 11 by 4 1/4, and you fold it in half. Crease it. Don't know where my bone folder went. I'll use this one. Crease it well. Okay. For the W or M, you take an 11 by 1 inch. You fold it in half. Crease it. Then you open it up. And you fold each end into the middle, right to the, see, when I made this one, I used my trimmer to fold it. But I thought I'd show people who don't necessarily have a trimmer or use a trimmer that they can still do it. So here we go. Okay. And then you want to kind of work these back and forth, just because they're going to be. But there is our W. Okay. All right. I'm going to start with the front. So I cut this, so this is 5 1/4 by 4, and this is Pretty Peacock, and then I cut this down to 5 by 3 3/4, and I cut it out so that I could have my cow standing in the field. So let's get these put on, and I forgot to fill my Stamp & Seal Plus, so I'll be using Stamp & Seal without the plus, and I think this one might be almost empty too. Almost, but not quite. This kind of works better with my hot lamp on like a yellow tinge instead of bright white. I can see better, and I think you might be able to too. Okay. Who else is watching? Please say hi so I know you're here. I love to know who's watching. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and put this one on. Oh, there it goes. It's at the end. Okay, let's toss that one over here and move on to the next one. I fully intended to fill my Stamp & Seal Plus before I got online, but I forgot. Okay. There we go. Make sure I've got it going the right way, and I do. All right. Okay. And then I have my cow. I'm just gonna, so he's gonna go here. He's gonna be the winking cow. He's gonna be winking at us. And I might put him on with the wobble, if I can remember where they are. But let me just get my colored pencils here real quick. Oh, they're way up here. I colored this one in using Stampin' Right markers. I don't use those very often, so I thought I'd use Stampin' Right markers on that one. But for this one, none of those. I'm going to just use these. I need the black and I need the gray for this part. Okay. Just real quick, like, oh, he's got horns too. Cute little horns. Fussy cut which, Angela? This was die, this is a punch. But I did fussy cut out all the other pieces I'm going to use with this already. So, we just, hi Aunt Bev. I'm just going to color in, whoa, that's messy. Just going to color in our pieces here. Oh, cat decided to get down. He was sitting behind me. Doesn't like it when I talk, I guess. Okay, we're going to use the gray for his hooves and for his horns, which typically would be like a milky white. I'm going to glue these to the back of his head. Where does his head go? There it is. Let's put black up here and pink. Melon Mambo if I use it really light. Yeah, that works. There we go. Yes, the cow is a punch, cow builder punch, and it is still available. It's not a bundle anymore, but it is still available. Let me fix that spot there. Maybe not. All right, just color it in the rest of the way here. Oops, I missed one. There we go. Okay, let's put him together. Let's put his little horns on. Get my glue. Okay. So I especially like this because they glue right on behind his head. Very nice. There we go. I'm going to glue this guy down. Actually, I could use tape, but since I've got the glue open, I'll use the glue. Okay. He's going to be right up in the middle here. All right, now quickly, where might my wobbles be? I know where they are. Wobbles. Whoops, I have so much stuff in my way here. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna put, I don't think it matters which part goes on his head and which part goes on. I'm gonna put the other part on his head, just because there's a little bump in the middle of it. Figure out how to get this off of here first. Okay. Let's use the take your pick tool, shall we? There we go. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to put this part on his head. Like so. And then I'm going to put this part right here. So his head wobbles. Whoa, that's way up. But once it's been in an envelope, it won't be way up so much anymore. Okay. And then on the front, we are going to say, holy cow. And I want to do this. Yeah, you know, I was going to do it in Versamark with Pretty Peacock under it, but I forgot to get the Versamark, or get the clear stuff out. So I'm just going to, I forgot this was a new ink pad. So I'll just be careful. There we go. Okay. Holy cow. There we go. I got most of that off. Okay, so that's the front. I love it already. Let me move this out of the way. Now for the inside. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to put glue or tape on the 2 outside flaps. Yeah, sure we are. I'm going to put 3 rows of it because I want to make sure it's not going to come up. And since it's not my plus, since it's just Stamp and Seal, gotta make sure. All right, close it up. And now the one thing is on the inside, let me just see something here. Okay, I'm gonna put it, on this one I put it down a little lower, but there's parts, oh wait, I can't put that on yet. Whoops, I'll just set that over there because we have to do these parts first. So we're gonna put this one here, and we're gonna put this one here. The mama ducks and the froggy. All the things you'd find on a farm, or at least I found them on the farm I lived on growing up, although I don't think we had ducks. But it wasn't our farm. We rented. Close enough. And on there, like so. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Oops, there's tape on there. There we go. You guys, hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Kind of rushing here. That's pretty crooked. If I can get it off without ripping it. Hi, Julie. Okay. So I really want it to line up with the other one. Anyhow, so there we go. That's better. Okay. So now, where'd my little froggy go? There it is. I really like this Lily Pond Lane paper. It's very cute. The fish and the lily pads and everything else. Oh, that's not very close to the edge. Oh well. Okay, so I'll put my froggy over here. Good. And I'll put my ducks over here. If I can get the tape to work. What are you doing, kitty? Dude's climbing on all my project bins on the floor here. Okay, this one goes here. Like so. There we go. Okay, now we can put this on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it up. I want to make sure that it's above our duck and our frog. And I'm going to put it right up against the edge of the pretty peacock. I'm not going to put it up against the edge of the blue, the balmy blue. I want it to go straight though. There. And then I'm just going to close the card on it. And when I open it back up, there we go. Okay, so now you got to do the little card, the little pieces that go up here. So here we go. So for this, I've chosen Granny Apple Green for the background and this paper with the lily pads on it for the mat for the front. I'm just going to do it this way. 3 lines. And it doesn't really matter what direction the lily pads go every other way, so it doesn't really matter how I do it. The nice thing about the Stamp and Seal, as opposed to Stamp and Seal Plus, is that it rolls off of the paper much easier. But the bad thing about it is that that means it could probably come off of the card much easier too. Here's 2. And here's 3. And all of the stamps that I'm using today are all from The Cutest Cows. Oops, this one I did the other way. That's okay. Stamp set. So even the sentiments, I tend to use sentiments from other stamp sets on most of the things that I do, but for this one, it's good. Well, now I guess I'll see if they stick any better one way or the other. Okay, there's that. So now, let's put this aside for a minute and let's work on this. So I have the sunflowers, the chickens, and the lying down cow who just barely fits. And these are all fussy cut. These did not have punches or dies, so I fussy cut these all before I came on the air. One of the reasons why I was just a little bit late. Okay, so I'm going to put his head here. And it's a little close to his body, but it's the only way I'm going to make him fit on the thing here. So, okay, and I'm going to use glue to glue him on. Oops, I forgot to color him. I'll have to color him while he's on there. That can be done. Okay, let me get him colored in real quick here. Okay, his hooves will be gray. And so will his horns. His face will be pink, very, very lightly with the melon mambo. It would be better with petal pink, but I don't happen to have a petal pink handy. I don't even think there is a petal pink pencil. I would have to use a marker. And there, and his tail. Let me just use for this one, I'm just going to use a little water brush. Sizes of this, oh, thank you, Angela. Okay, so on this one, the sizes of the squares are, oops, sorry. On this one, the sizes of the squares of the black are 2 inch, and so the DSP ones are 1 3/4 inch. On this one, I'm doing 2 1/4 and 2. So these are a little bit bigger. It was recommended that you not go any bigger than that because it will be a really tight fit. So, okay. A little tiny pink inside his ears. There we go. All right. So let me do the other ones too while I'm at it. So let's color him before we color them before we put them on there. So I'm going to use yellow and orange and red. I want the rooster, get that off of there. I want the rooster to have, well, I could make both of them have red combs actually. And orange beak, this is red beard. Okay, so let's see, let's do him orange. Ever see an orange chicken? Yes, dark red. I've seen dark red chickens. So maybe that's what this one is. An orangey red. And let's do his head yellow. Okay, the baby chick is going to be all yellow. Little tiny dot of orange right here. And the mama, we're going to do her all yellow too. Because I don't really like the way that orange looks. I'll do her head darker. And we'll do her body a little bit lighter. And I think I'm going to add some yellow to this orange. There. I like that better. Okay, so there's those guys. So let's go ahead and put them on here. Just put a little bit of grass in here. Actually, I think there's there's a grass stamp I could be using. That's okay. Just gonna put a little bit of grass in here and there. There. Okay. Now we'll put them on here. That off of there and out of the way. Okay. They kind of get lost on the paper a little bit. Okay. And one more with the, one more with the flowers. These are going to be quick and easy to color. I'm going to use orange in the middle, but I'm also going to put a little bit of Calypso Coral over it. Yeah, that's better. Cajun Craze would have been perfect for the middles here. All right, do some yellow. Thanks, Aunt Bev. I went and saw Ollie today, Bev. She said to tell you hi and that she misses you guys. She'd love to see you. She is amazing. 97 years old, broke her hip, and you wouldn't believe it. She's in great shape. She's probably going back to her apartment on Monday. At least she thinks she is. And she's in great shape, so it wouldn't surprise me. Okay, this really isn't the green I would typically choose for these, but this is the green I have here, so this is the green I'm going to use. I think I would use something more like, Shy Shamrock, or, Shaded Spruce, only lightly. Okay, whoops, I am getting sloppy with my coloring. Okay, and because I want to do the stems, I'm going to use the glue. Whoops, well, so much for using this one again. I tend to go through these sheets like crazy. Okay, so this is going on this one, right here like so. I wish I could pop these, but they wouldn't fit in the card right. And on this last one, we're going to put a sentiment in a circle, and the sentiment is, it's your special day. All right, so, and again, I'm going to use Pretty Peacock. And this is the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. This time I remembered that it's very inky. Had to buy a new one because the old one got all messed up. And yes, Angela, I will run it around the edges. There we go. And let me just get this cleaned off real quick so it doesn't... Yes, she is amazing. She looks fantastic. And she is feeling great. She's very positive. Okay, then this one is going to go right here. Let's just use ink, or glue, I mean. Okay. See what Angela said here. Oh, thank you, Angela. All right. So now we just have to put them on the inside. And the easiest way to do that is to just put some tape here. Come on. If you can get the tape to move, or you could just use glue if you can't get the tape to work. All right, and let's see, let's put these guys first. I'm gonna line them up on the corner, which puts them right in the middle there. Then we're gonna put the cow on this one. And the best way to do that is to just push down there and let it pop up over there. I want to do it over there. There we go. So this one, same thing. Oops, I got the tape over a little too far. Because they're not, actually, you know what? No, I'm going to center this one. I'm going to put it right even with the edge. There we go. There. And then, of course, the flowers, the sunflowers are going to go there. That darn glue. Oh, well. Okay. So this time we can't really fold it over that way. You know, I'm going to put it on the back of this one this time. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't go. I kind of have to, though, to see where it's lining up. Okay. It's too close to the edge. It's going to go over more. Let's see here. Yep, that's okay. See, I should have used my trimmer. Hi, Debbie. I was just talking about your mom. I should have used my trimmer to score these lines because this one is really not really neat. And then, of course, the sentiment is going to go on this last one. And I'm going to line it up again with the corner like I did with the opposite side. Okay. And the nice thing was it didn't matter if I went over on the tape with this one because it's stationary. Okay, so we have Holy Cow. It's your special day, and you have room to write down here. So, oh, rats, my ducks can't be seen. Well, they can be seen when it's open, though. Same with my frog, but there you go. All right, and that is that. And there goes. Get ready, it's gonna, I'm just gonna hang on to it because it's gonna slip. Yep. See, it's a 9-second delay. So, okay. All right, so that's that. And then, of course, I stamped the back of it. But so here's the card we just made, and I've got the wobble on his head or her head. And then here's the one I made earlier today. So that is all. Again, the host code. Here comes a cat. Get ready. He's going to get right in the way. The host code is RSJVAUQ3, good through August 5th. He's not going to come over. He started to, but he changed his mind. Thank you, Cat. Oh, you can see his ear in the upper corner. Behave. Oh, cool, Julie. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I will be back with you again next week. Next Tuesday, our exchange student comes from Germany, but she's going to be in Canada, in Toronto, for a couple of days before she comes here. So I will be here next Tuesday. I may or may not do a live during the week that the couple of weeks that she's here, but I probably will. I'll probably send everybody out of the house and do it. But okay, thank you so much for watching. I am so glad to have you here. And don't forget that it's bonus coupons. Anything that if you spend $50 between the 3rd and the 31st, you get a $5 coupon to spend in August. So have a great day. I will see you all. Bye-bye. Happy stamping.